Where are you right now?
Right now, we're in New Orleans. We're on our way to Houston, then San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and Oklahoma City over the next 6 days. And you're right, it's in a 1970s V-dub bus, so no air, no heat, slow, but collecting dreams. So one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life.
Oh, I love that. How are you collecting dreams?
So we actually are going around and we're meeting people where they are, donut shops, coffee shops, wherever. And on the side of our 1970s bus, if you look it up at OolaLife.com or on any of our social media, you'll see there's little circles all over the bus. They're handwritten stickers of people's dreams broken into the 7 categories of Oola. So if we have people a Sharpie and a sticker, and we say, what are your dreams for your life in these areas? And they look at that sticker and they think about their life and they write down what they want for their life and they stick it on the side of our 70s V-dub bus.
Oh, wow. And as you look at them, do you find some of them profound, some of them unexpected, some of them maybe superficial or materialistic? Do you have all of the entire spectrum of dreams?
You know, you asked such a great question as you're kind of getting into this about what is Oola like. We're going to find out, and that's what everybody says. They're like, what is this bus all about? And we said it's the Oola Dream Tour, and we're collecting dreams. And Oola is balancing your life in the 7 key areas of life: fitness, finance, family, field, which is your career, faith, friends, and fun. And when you tell them that, they think, and they smile, and they're like, oh, this is fun. But you see a lot of people go really deep. You see tears in the eyes sometimes about people who really lost their dreams along the way, and maybe they're struggling with family life, or they're struggling with their finances, or they're struggling with a variety of different areas of their life. So yeah, some people put on like really fun dreams, like I want to take a trip, or 3-year-olds want to get potty trained. I mean, we've seen all sorts of fun things, but there's a lot of serious dreams written on the bus too about getting through cancer, or losing 100 pounds,
Sure,
or paying off debt, or through this bankruptcy. So it just depends on what people are going through when they come to the bus.
Well, that makes sense. And does Oola, O-O-L-A, is it an acronym for something, or where did the name come from?
It actually comes from the word oola la. And it's that state of life we're all searching for, where the key areas of finance, health, family, and career are all not only balanced, but they're strong and growing.
How many miles per gallon are you getting?
But with each state we collect more dreams, less and less, because the bus, if you go to OolaLife.com and check out a picture of the bus, we're now on our 7th layer of dreams.
Oh, wow.
Getting thicker with each state.
Oh, my goodness. And so how did this all start for you guys? I mean, have you always been guys with good attitudes, or did something snap you into what I consider, it sounds like what you're doing is you're helping us understand how we can take our attitudes, adjust them, and perhaps reach our goals. Is that true?
Yeah, the thing we're not doing is telling people how to live their life. But what we are telling people is you're designed for something special and unique. And in this unbalanced world of we're overscheduled, too busy, in debt, with toxic relationships, sometimes that awesomeness, that Oola inside of us gets clouded, and we can't see it anymore.
Right.
So really how it started is we just want to encourage people and offer hope that, hey, there's better out there for you, and you be you, whatever that is for you. That's why we don't tell them what to dream or what their goal should be. We say, what are the goals and dreams you have for your life, and reconnect to that and actively go get that. Because the mission behind this tour is we want to change the world with a word. And how we do that is simply by handing people a Sharpie and a sticker and say, commit to one positive change in your life that will give your life more balance and more purpose. And if you do that, that will make your life and your family better. And as your life and family become better, the people around you become better. And that's how collectively we can change the world with one word.
I often wonder if the key to happiness is doing what you were meant to do. And of course, that in itself is not always easy to figure out, nor is it easy to do. Nor are we often, I think sometimes we're often misled by, I don't know, people who maybe you've fallen in love with a sports figure or a rock and roll figure or something, and you say, this is what I'm meant to do, but the truth is there's something else. It's not easy to know what we're meant to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly the point of what we're trying to do. Not only like you talk about media influencing your decision, but we have parents and counselors and people around us that all of a sudden we find people who are on a path, and they're 40 years old and they realize this isn't my path. They find themselves in a job and like, how did I get here? I was meant their heart is pulling them a different direction.
Right,
and we're
right.
saying, if you really want to seek happiness, you have to be on your path, whatever that looks like, and make sure you're following your goals and your dreams for your life. Your dad may be in business, but you have a creative spirit, and you want to do art or photography. And this is what we're finding with people. If we can just get them on their path, they find more purpose and more happiness.
I absolutely agree with what you're saying right there. Yeah, I know. If you look up in the universe, it's not a surprise that planets are round. That our planet is round, I should say, because all planets are round. The same thing when you look through nature, you see every animal has a way to provide for itself and protect itself and everything. So why would you be any different? But sometimes we don't see ourselves. We can't see ourselves as easily as we can see others.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's what we're talking about. We meet people that are so weighed down with the day-to-day responsibilities of life and schedule, and carrying the weight of debt, and they're struggling in their relationship with their spouse, and they have toxic people on social media, and they're so focused on all of this that they can't even tap into that amazing thing inside of them. And that's what we're trying to do by simply writing these books and handing them a Sharpie and a sticker and say, hey, let's just reconnect to what you're supposed to be, like what will give you true joy and happiness.
So what will give you true joy and happiness?
I set a goal, like we're goal setters. That's what this book's about too. I set a goal in high school to retire debt free at 40. It took me until 42. I'm now 49, and I'll tell you what gives me joy and happiness is meeting people where they are and watching a light go off and their eyes light up when they finally figure out what they want to do with their life and slap it on the side of our bus. Even without air, we started in Florida, we started in your neighborhood. There's something about reconnecting people to their purpose that is deeply rewarding.
So let's make sure the listeners know how to get the book and how to find you on. You're on Facebook?
Yeah, we're all over. A good place to start is OolaLife.com, the website, and that will direct everyone to all of our social media. There's over 1 million people on the various platforms following this bus as it crisscrosses the country. And the book's available Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and everywhere great books are sold.
All right, OolaLife.com. So who's inspiring you? How did you guys get so smart? What was it that triggered it for you?
We're definitely not so smart. We're seeking Oola. The role of Oola Guru is kind of tongue-in-cheek. I mean, we're seeking Oola as much as anyone else. We just believe in people. We believe in ourselves. We see people as more capable than they see themselves. Sometimes we meet them just in 5 minutes. We're just inspired by when you hop on the bus and meet people after watching TV and watching media. You could have a pessimistic view of people in society.
Right.
What inspires are the people we meet, the everyday people we meet on the road. This book features 42 everyday women we've met along our journey who have done extraordinary things to overcome challenges, to find more balance in life. That's what inspires us.
Does the advice for women differ from the advice for men?
The stories are, the first book was our stories, Dave and our stories. The second book are the 42 women we've met. And there are some differences as far as women are the natural multitaskers. We've noticed that. And it's also more difficult in general for women to say no to things. They're saying yes to so many things. They're often saying no to themselves. And it's harder for them to connect to their dreams because they're so busy serving the needs of others that they're left a bit empty with their sense of purpose.
Wow, that's pretty profound. Well, thank you for what you're doing. I can clearly see that the people you meet are being touched by the message that you're delivering. I think you are smart, by the way, especially the fact that you've chosen Volkswagen bus. That's really that's what I want to have. I want a Volkswagen bus. That's what I want.
Yeah. Obviously, you haven't driven in it in Florida and Louisiana.
No, I have, actually. I have. So thank you so much for being on the air with us today, guys. Be careful out there. And does that windshield washer still work? I remember the bus had like it wasn't electric. It was just a pump. Do you have one of them?
The wipers work. There's no fluid. No, the wipers work.
Oh, okay.
In our glove box, we actually have envelopes labeled with broken parts we give to our mechanic about every 3 months. But yeah, so far the windshield wiper's still working.
All right, go to OolaLife.com. I just went there. I'm going to take the Where Are You Today thing. It looks like a test or something. The Oola wheel. OolaLife.com. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Be careful out there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Trump says he hopes to make his pick to head the FBI by Friday. Sources say there are 8 candidates, among them
Alice Fisher, a former Assistant Attorney General, Fran Townsend, the former White House Homeland Security Advisor, and acting FBI Director Andrew McCabe. The FBI Agents Association is urging the president to nominate former House Intelligence Committee Chairman Mike Rogers.
Fox's John Decker. North Korea claims the missile it tested over the weekend can carry a nuclear warhead.
Japan called the launch unacceptable. South Korea saw it as a snub, days after the new South Korean president offered to meet with Kim Jong-un. The United Nations Security Council expected to discuss North Korea's action Tuesday.
Fox's Alistair Wanklin. The global cyber attack that began Friday has spread to thousands of more computers as people start their work week. Most of the problems have occurred overseas. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Napa know-how.
That's not heavy metal music or the sound of a stray cat fight. It's your car's not-so-subtle way of saying, head to Napa for new brake pads and rotors and get up to a $50 rebate by mail. So don't confuse for anything other than new brakes and $50 back by mail. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 5/31/17.
There are 2 things every parent wants when their child goes to college. For their child to do well, and a way to afford it. Now, with Discover Student Loans, parents can have the best of both worlds. Not only do our loans cover up to 100% of school-certified costs with 0 fees, but we'll give them a cash reward for each new student loan if they earn at least a 3.0 GPA or equivalent. That means every A in history or B in math could help them earn a cash reward for good grades. Just one of the many ways we treat you like you'd treat you. Apply now in 15 minutes or less at discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs